Alright y'all, welcome to the Chris Show this week. Today we're going to be discussing Gayle King. And if you don't know who Gayle King is off the top of her name, she's best friends with Oprah. She's also the woman that conducted the R. Kelly interview when he was pleading for his life. Push comes to shove, she was conducting an interview with Lisa Leslie and they were discussing the legacy and everything about Kobe Bryant. Before I start going too deep into it, let's just say things did not go well for Gayle King. I'm going to go into why it went wrong for Gayle. Was she set up or was she trying to do too much? I'll let you guys know. We also had this week Nicki Minaj and Meek Mill. We all know they used to be dating. They were together for a while. They broke up. They went their separate ways, but they had some beef last week over Twitter. And I'm going to give you all the details, who was in the right, who was in the wrong, or both of them just look stupid. But either way, it was so messy. They were bringing up family, bad blood, like all of the shit. It's definitely interesting, something you want to check out. So I'm going to give you the information about all of that. And lastly, remember, I'm usually not the person to get political or talk about politics that often. But last week, the Democratic Party with the Iowa caucus, it was a huge mess. It was an embarrassment. If you're someone who coincides with the Democratic Party, if you saw what happened last week and you are still very upbeat and hopeful for the Democratic Party, I don't know what to tell you, but these people look incompetent just like Trump. I'm going to go into why they look so incompetent and is there any hope for the future with the Democrats. So be sure to tune into the Chris Show this week. So Gayle King, Oprah's best friend, she has done some good interviews. Like I said, that R. Kelly interview, we might have gotten some memes from it, but it was an emotionally charged interview. She got what she needed, and it was, like I said, it was conducted very fair. Now, she did an interview with Lisa Leslie, and we all know Kobe Bryant passed away, R.I.P. Mamba the legend, but she was trying to attack a certain part of Kobe's past. And if you were someone that maybe didn't grow up in the early 2000s or you're like, Generation Z, Kobe Bryant was in a rape case. The case was dismissed and the woman never testified, so Kobe's been innocent, but that's where some of the Me Too people are saying maybe it was dismissed because he paid her off or maybe because of something else. But they keep trying to have this case that was dismissed and should never be talked about anymore still be lingering on this man's legacy even after he passed. So before I misquote Gayle King or do anything, I'm just going to show you the clip that we all saw and what made us very upset at Gayle. So here you go.
It's been said that his legacy is complicated because of a sexual assault charge, which was dismissed in 2003, 2004. Is it complicated for you as a woman, as a WNBA player?
It's not complicated for me at all. Even if there's a few times that we've been at a club at the same time, Kobe's not the kind of guy, never been like, Lisa, go get that girl or tell her or send her this. I have other NBA friends that are like that. Kobe's, he was never like that. I just never have ever seen him being the kind of person that would do something to violate a woman or be aggressive in that way. That's just not the person that I know.
But Lisa, you wouldn't see it though. As his friend, you wouldn't see it.
And that's possible. I just don't believe that. And I'm not saying things didn't happen. I just don't believe that things didn't happen with force.
Is it even a fair question to talk about it considering he's no longer with us and that it was resolved? Or is it really part of his history?
I think that the media should be more respectful at this time. It's like if you had questions about it, you've had many years to ask him that. I don't think it's something that we should keep hanging over his legacy. I mean, it went to trial.
Yeah, the case it was dismissed because the victim in the case refused to testify. So it was dismissed.
And I think that's how we should leave it.
As you can see, she was trying her hardest to find a way to make Lisa Leslie feel like she was uncomfortable around Kobe or find anything to get a headline for to, have this as the teaser to get us all to watch it like they did with R. Kelly. But this was a huge backfire because as soon as this aired, everyone started attacking Gayle King. She's received death threats because people do not play about Kobe Bryant. I don't play about Kobe Bryant. I was highly upset when I saw this, and I'm like, just let the man's legacy live on. Why do we have to keep bringing up something That happened over 15 years ago. That was proved to be innocent, and you keep trying to bring it to him after he's long passed. Think about what Vanessa has to go through, and she wants to see her man, and she has to see this rape allegation tied to it still. Or think about Kobe Bryant's kids that are still around. Why are they having to deal with that? There's a time and place for everything, like Lisa Leslie said in the interview. And this now is not the time to be discussing this. Honestly, it's never really the time to be discussing it because he's innocent. And this leads me into my next problem. And this is where the disconnect is between me and the Me Too movement. Hey, I'm all for everyone deserves rights to be treated right, shouldn't be raped, shouldn't be taken advantage of, or none of that. But when people are proven to be innocent, did their due diligence, served whatever they had to, went through in court, and you guys are still trying to hold them accountable, that is where you lose me. When you keep bringing up Kobe's rape allegations when he's proven to be innocent, you lose me. It makes me harder to want to support every single thing you do because we know you're still going to ridicule people that are even found innocent. You're always going to find a way. So basically, we're living in America. You're guilty until proven innocent. And even when you're innocent, you're still guilty because you probably paid them off because you have money. So is there really any win? Once you bring up a rape allegation in someone's life, is it ever going to go away? No, it's not with this. And that's where I'm saying you people are losing me with that. Let people that have been proven innocent be innocent and let them move on with their life. Kobe Bryant has been a model citizen ever since that day. He's been a model father. He was a stand-up athlete. He was motivational to everyone. He's a great person. His memorial service is on 2/24, so that's not this Monday, but the following Monday. So we're all going to be mourning Kobe. But we don't need these rape allegations to keep being brought up every time. It's really old. CBS is trying to say that they didn't realize this promo was going to go out like this and how the backlash was happening. But let's be honest, I don't believe it one bit. You guys were trying to find a way to see it, to get a reaction out of people to watch this interview, and you got a reaction. It just wasn't the one you wanted because we ain't having it with Kobe. You can do that with other people, but you ain't doing it with Kobe. So you guys, let me know in the comment section. Do you guys think CBS just did this by accident, or do you think they had an agenda to try and attack Kobe and now they're backtracking because we weren't having it? Or how do you feel? Because me, I'm just, y'all need to leave Kobe alone. That's all I'm going to say to you, to anyone that's trying to come at Kobe. Leave my man alone. That's all I can say. So Meek Mill and Nicki Minaj, you know, they had a past. They were together for a while. They ended up separating a few years ago. They went their separate ways. They both have new partners. So you never thought there would be a day where they're just coming to odds at Twitter with saying everything and getting nasty with it. But this is where we're at last week. And it all started with Meek Mill just liking a meme that was making fun of Nicki Minaj's husband. And for the people that are on podcasts that can't see it, basically they have him standing in front of a mannequin in the store. It's a pretty funny meme, and Meek Mill liked it. Nicki Minaj felt a certain type of way. She called Meek Mill a clown. Says he does it for the Twitter likes. He beats women, but not men. So, like I said, once you start bringing in beating women allegations, shit's getting serious. And now instead of, like I said, misquoting Nicki Minaj, I'm just gonna read her Twitter, what she said. Nigga been tweeting about my man for a year now. Talking about he went to my page to see him, but he was blocked. My nigga, move on. I know you'll bitch embarrassed. Shitted yourself in that store when you got pressed though. You beat your own sister and taped it. Spit on her and taped it. Kicked me in front of your mother and sent her to the hospital. Sucking Drake dick made you feel tough again. Move on. Imagine talking about alleged rape of a child to hurt someone who wasn't involved just so people can dislike me. You can never stand on your own. You won't tell people the mother is on tape asking me for $20 million to make the charge go away though. You was around, you know, see you soon. So those are some serious allegations, that's what I'm saying. She's claiming he's a woman beater, not of only her, his sister. It's just, that's some serious allegations. So of course Meek Mill gonna take to his Twitter to respond, so I'm gonna read you what his says, and then I'll give you guys my thoughts on everything. So Meek Mill says, the only way you can try and kill my career is to say I beat women. Talk about your brother convicted of rape and you been new and paid for his lawyer. Your little brother touched that little girl too. You know I know. You want me to crash with your boyfriend and I won't. Surrounded by rapists talking what? Stop playing. You picked a great time to be saying I ever put my hands on you. You full of hate and the whole industry know you full of hate. You're bad getting low, so you want to destroy me. I can't believe y'all industry people let these people survive this long in the game knowing they really nasty people and have a nasty upbringing. Everybody really know what's going on. I'm powerful, I'm never scared to speak up. My girl is with me, pregnant, watching me tweet about my ex is very clownish. I'ma exit. And then lastly, he goes, for clarification, I don't hit women and I won't let my interviews be filled with questions about her or any situation to do with her when I come out to do press for my new album, No Devil's Tricks. So Meek Mill basically denounced that he ever beat Nicki or his sister, but he brought up the whole her brother being convicted of rape and her still defending it and getting the lawyers, doing everything. He basically said that was when he started breaking away from her because he couldn't vibe to that. So my whole thoughts on everything, those are some serious allegations on Meek Mill. If he actually did beat Nicki Minaj and he's a piece of shit, he definitely needs to move on, do what he has to do, get some help. Maybe he doesn't beat his next. But if he did it and Nicki Minaj is lying, this just goes to show how terrible her character is. Let's not go into the fact that she, like I said, paid for lawyer fees for her brother that we all know was raping that little girl. I mean, it's terrible. He's in prison for it. Good. I lost respect for Nicki Minaj after that. But not only that, then the man Nicki Minaj chooses is an offender and has a dirty past as well. He looks like a lame. He dresses lame. He just comes off as corny. It just looks like Nicki Minaj does not know how to pick men well, apparently. Well, maybe besides Meek Mill. I don't know. I don't care. But either way, whoever she's with right now, it just ain't it. She just looks bad. And I don't know if you remember one of my previous videos, but I talked about Nicki Minaj and she was retiring from rap. But if she was retiring, why did she drop a new single last week called Yikes? So she's going back on her retirement. Meek Mill said that her bag's getting low. Maybe it is getting low now that she's dropping a new song. The whole situation, I hope it's just a bunch of he said, she said, and not these guys just lying. I don't know what to believe. So what do you guys believe? I tend to wait to see more details be unfolded or something. But I'm starting to believe Meek Mill a little bit because if he's talking about her bag getting low and she's dropping a new song, I'm kind of putting two and two together. But as far as if he beat her or not, I ain't gonna weigh in on that. We'll have to see if anything gets tried with court. But I've learned in the past, I'm not gonna speak on stuff like that because I end up looking either stupid in the long run or something, and I'm not trying to do that. But either way, I want to hear your guys' thoughts in the comments because to me, that was a very messy situation. Okay, so lastly, the Democratic caucus in Iowa. As we all know, it's election year. Somebody in the Democratic Party is going to go up against Trump, whether it's Buttigieg, whether it's Bernie Sanders, or Joe Biden, or Elizabeth Warren. We'll see in due time. But after last week, do we even really think anyone's going to beat Trump? Because I lost a lot of faith. I mean, I already didn't believe someone was going to beat Trump just because how America's been going. But the Democratic caucus last week was a hot mess. Like, something that's so simple. We're in 2020. Technology's everywhere. Obviously, I'm using technology to record this video. They tried to use technology to record the votes in the caucus, and it went messy. It took them 2 to 3 days to even get to 75% of the vote. It's basically also allowed clients to denounce the Iowa caucus because they can say the numbers are skewed a little bit, or because of that they felt like they actually won. So in reality, nobody won last week for the Democratic caucus in Iowa. You could say Buttigieg won because he was toe-to-toe with Bernie, but Biden obviously had an awful week. And it was so bad that like Trump was poking fun at it. The whole Fox News was making fun of the Democrats. Hell, I was making fun of the Democrats. It's hard not to. This is where I mean you gotta be consistent. You can't just support everything the Democrats do just because you hate Trump. I couldn't support what they did last week. That shit was stupid. Like, how do you not have technology that's able to count the votes within 1 day so we all know the results and we don't have people saying, hey, I feel like I won. Pete announced that he won the next day when there was only like 65% of the votes in. It just, everything about it was just a head scratcher. I've talked to quite a few people that are Democrats and they're just like, damn, man, what the hell are we doing? Where is this party going? Like I said, it really has me wondering, are these people really going to be able to get it together by November to take Trump out of the office? Maybe, maybe not. Politics is a really tricky, slippery slope because we all thought Biden was going to be the one clearly winning, but now he's like in third place between Buttigieg and Sanders. So it's all wait and see mode. But if you're someone that's really into politics and you're really into Democrats, you took a really big hit last week because that was some of the most embarrassing things I've seen. Because even when Trump said embarrassing things on his campaign or on his rally, those were words. It wasn't the whole Republican Party looking stupid. It was just Trump looking stupid. But in this instance, the whole Democratic Party just looks stupid. It's not just Biden or Buttigieg or Sanders or Yang or anyone. It's the whole party as a whole. So that takes you down a bit. Maybe people will forget about this by the time elections around in November. Yeah, it is February and people do forget things. But some won't, and some are going to remember this. And it's just, like I said, it makes the Democrats look corrupt. When you look corrupt and you already have someone corrupt in office, maybe you just stick with the corrupt person. So it's hard to feel like America's in the right place right now, whether you're a Republican or Democrat or anything. It's all just a hot mess to me. But let me know what you guys have to say in the comment section, because I'd love to hear it. Whether you're a Republican or whether you're a Democrat, just let me know. How do you guys feel about that whole situation? Because to me, I was embarrassed. I shook my head and I was just like, these motherfuckers better get it together. They better do something, because what they doing right now, they gonna take a big fat L in November. So yeah, this is mainly what I wanted to talk about this week. The Gayle King interview with Lisa Leslie had a lot of people outraged and talked about it for quite a few days. The Democratic caucus had a lot of people talking throughout the week. It was a hot mess. And like I said, the Nicki Minaj and Meek Mill thing, it was talked about for quite a bit because it came out of nowhere. It was just like, dang, these guys are really hate each other after they used to really like each other. It just, damn, you don't know. That's why it's crazy. But I'm also, like I said, with the Gayle King thing, are you very upset with her like I am? Because like I said, I don't play around when it comes to Kobe. You don't need to be bringing up the rape allegations anymore. The man did what he had to do and we moved on. And you need to move on too. And then like I said, has your opinion on the Democratic Party changed in the last week? Because mine changed, not quite a bit, but it changed a little bit. I was just like, damn, these are the people I'm supposed to be supporting. So yeah, don't forget, my shows always post Monday, noon Eastern time. Don't forget to subscribe, turn on the notification bell for all my videos, like, comment, share this video with your friends if you enjoyed it. This Chris, I'm out, this motherfucker.